What's up, YouTube? Mac here, and I have some news to bring to you guys. Um, Yesterday, well, I should say, um, I think it was the day before yesterday, the day before that, um, all of the major gaming sites like GameSpot and IGN and a whole bunch, they released their reviews on the game Dishonored, and it's weird because I looked at the game when I first heard about it, like, weeks ago, and as they were covering it and putting news up about it and all that stuff, I had never heard of it, or I may have heard of it, but I just didn't really care. I didn't really look into it much. But yeah, I didn't really know much about it, and so I saw the review because I have subscribed to IGN and GameSpot on YouTube, and I saw it on the feed, and so I checked it out. I watched the review, and I was like, "Wow, look at this! This actually looks pretty good." And then um, I watched the review for both IGN and GameSpot, and they both gave it good reviews. I think GameSpot gave it like a 9.3 or something, and IGN gave it like a 9, I think. And I was like, "Whoa, this looks pretty good." I mean, they do good reviews. I like their reviews. Um, it kind of varies sometimes. Sometimes I question their reviews. Black Ops. Just kidding. Um, yeah, so I decided to go to Redbox and see if they had the game there when it came out yesterday. And they did. As you can see, you got Redbox, and there's the game right there. Yep. And I played through the first chapter, and the whole reason why I got it for Xbox on Redbox was to see if I liked the game, because I already knew that my computer could run the game, but I thought, well, hey, why not, just get it on Redbox for $2 and play it for today and see if I like it. And if I do, I'll pick it up for PC. So that's what I did. I played through the first chapter on Xbox, and I'm like, yep, I think I'm gonna have to pick this game up because it's pretty freaking sweet, and I like it. It's a Bethesda game, which is great. So yeah, I went to GameStop today after work, and I traded in my 3DS because I never play it anymore, and they had like this twice the trade-in value when you're putting it towards a new game or something. So I got like $100. Yes, I know, it's a bad idea to use GameSpot for trading in anything. And the only reason why I did was because they had that deal going on. Plus, I didn't feel like driving 45 minutes away to Best Buy, which is where my alternative place to trade in would go. Which I know from experience they have much better deals, but I didn't want to wait. I didn't want to drive all the way to Best Buy, so I did it this way, and I'm happy with it. So I got Dishonored for PC, and it's downloading as we speak. I opted for the downloadable version so that I didn't have to deal with needing discs to play. It's like the most annoying thing. That if there's anything that is one of my favorite things about PC gaming, because I find myself becoming a PC gamer more and more. Um, I like how I can say, "Oh, I want to play this game," and not have to insert a disc. That's just great. And as long as you don't lose your codes, and there's no limit on how many times you can install, you're golden. And which one thing that's nice about Steam-powered games, which Dishonored is, you don't have to worry about that happening. So it's great. I remember way back when they would have trouble with you could only install a game so many times with a certain key before it wouldn't let you excuse me, before it wouldn't let you install again. And that's just crap. I mean, I don't want to buy a game and then be limited to like 3 installs. That's just ridiculous. Why would you want to install 3 times anyway? I'm not sure, but I mean, I guess they have the reasons. I mean, if they don't want people to be installing a game, buying it once and then installing it onto their computer, their friend's computer, their sister's computer, and their, you know, second or third cousin twice removed computer. No, I can understand that because they're losing money that way. But to someone who's not going to do that and just simply wants to install it onto more than one computer in their house, or if their computer gets fried and they have to reinstall, yeah, I get that. That's ridiculous. But anyways, Dishonored is almost done downloading, and so that means I'm going to be bringing you some videos from that game. I'm going to be doing some tutorials and some Let's Plays, of course, with commentary. And once I get probably halfway through the game, or even when I beat the entire game, I'll do a full review and tell you what my thoughts in depth are. And this game, from what I've played so far, looks pretty promising, and I'm excited to dive right in. So yeah, and also I am planning to get the new Roxio, the Roxio Game Capture Pro HD or whatever it is they call it. It just came out, and what's great about that is I can record my Xbox gameplay. Oh, there's a cat in the window. You can record your Xbox or PlayStation gameplay, but you can still use HDMI, and that's great. I was going to get a HOPOG at some point, the PVR, but you can only use component cables unless you want to use an adapter, which it probably wouldn't come out very good. And I was so happy when I found out that the Roxio Game Capture Pro HD supports HDMI. Plus, it's about $50 cheaper than a HOPOG, and it comes with video editing software, which I understand not everyone's going to need, but from what I've heard, it's really good. And when I when I buy this, I'm going to do a full review on that as well, and probably an unboxing and stuff like that. I got lots of plans for upcoming stuff. There's going to be a lot of changes, and it's going to be great. I'm really excited about it. I'm going to be putting a lot more work into my gaming channel. So as far as news goes, one thing I heard that was kind of funny, that spokesperson for Sony, the Kevin Butler guy, it's not actually his real name. He's actually he's a guy acting as Kevin Butler, and his real name is Jerry Lambert, and he's been the spokesperson for Sony ever since 2007, and I don't know what you probably have seen, and maybe it may have caught your eye too. He is in a Bridgestone commercial, Bridgestone tire commercial, and they're playing they're playing Wii in the background. And when I first saw this on TV, I'm like, what? Why is he playing Wii? He's the Sony spokesperson. Well, apparently, just for doing that ad, he is being sued by Sony for breach of contract, and I just think that's hilarious. I mean, the guy is funny as it is, but what was funny to me was not only is his name not actually Kevin Butler, but also he's being sued by Sony because he did an ad with a different game console in the ad. It's a tire commercial. Why are you putting a video game in a tire commercial? I mean, I can understand if you're doing like a racing game, like Forza or something. I mean, yes, they are playing Mario Kart, which is a racing game. I understand that, but it's just funny that they're playing a video game in a tire commercial, whereas all he's doing is he's just playing the game. And he's getting sued for that. That is just hilarious to me, and I'm gonna keep on looking at it to see what becomes of it. It's pretty funny. So if you Halo 4 fans out there, rejoice. I have heard, and probably most of you have heard as well, that Gamefuel is making a return. And that is great if you are like me and you love Mountain Dew Gamefuel. I love Mountain Dew in general, I like them all. But Gamefuel is by far one of my favorites. I'd love to see Pitch Black 2 come back. Pitch Black itself came back for a little while, and it was great. I enjoyed it. But Pitch Black 2, the sour kind, was great. And I haven't seen that since, geez, I think it was Halo 2. That was a long time ago. That was great. Um, but Gamefuel, love it. I'm really excited for its return. And not only is that going to be making a comeback, but also they're going to be uh, using Doritos again as well, which they've done in the past. So is Call of Duty. They've done something similar. Um, but when you buy the specially marked Doritos loaded uh, chips and the Game Fuel Mountain Dew, there's going to be a code or something on the package that you can go onto the website of I think it's going to be Doritos or Mountain Dew, the website, whatever, wherever it is. Um, and you can actually put in these codes and get EXP before the game even comes out. It's kind of like what Call of Duty did with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, where you could attain EXP before the game even released, and that's pretty cool, especially if you like Doritos and if you like Mountain Dew, or or if you just like eating.